Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mad Useful Crypto, where we bring you crypto advice that is mad useful. So, on today's episode, we'll be discussing Titano finance. Titano created its own lane, right? So, you have things like Tomb, you have things like yield nodes, you got things like Strong Block, you've got things like Drip, you've got things like Olympus, and then Titano has created this entirely new category that stands out on its own. So, what Titano is in a nutshell, just to keep it completely brief and completely simple, because I know you've probably heard a lot of people in crypto like, yeah, I'm in Titano, or I'm thinking about getting into Titano, or people like me have already been in Titano for a while now. You might have heard about how we've 3x'd our initial investment. Now we're just riding moon bags and XYZ. It's been a lot of talk about this platform, but for good reason, honestly. Titano is an auto staking and auto compounding protocol. What that means is that your Titano is automatically earning you this APY right here just by sitting in your actual MetaMask wallet. You don't have to go and push stake in a D app or anything like that. It's already staking. You'll not only be getting those rewards automatically, but you can get them every 30 minutes. And that's a ridiculous level of compounding that can really take you to a whole another level when you start to think of, oh my gosh, like if that's the case, how much can I really make? So let's first discuss a couple of things about Titano. If you click this Titano button, this will take you to where you can purchase it from. Of course, here's a link to the white paper, and we're going to go ahead and open that and go ahead and discuss that a little bit. Titano, of course, like I told you, is an auto staking protocol. And simply you just buy and hold. And that's what grows your portfolio. Here's the official contract address. Definitely make sure that you use the official contract address and make sure, of course, that you are actually on Titano's actual website. Be very careful and look for this link at the top of this specific link at the top of the browser that you guys are seeing right here. And also, I'll have the official link in the description because I don't want anybody clicking on anything malicious. And just to go ahead and plug this in, I mean, it's in the description of the video, but I also say it again on the video just because I want to make sure I'm as clear as possible. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not to be construed as any type of financial advice. I'm not telling you to invest in Titano. I myself might invest in Titano, but my appetite for risk in my portfolio and my advice from my financial advisor that I was given for my situation is going to be completely unique. So, of course, do what's best for you. Proceed at your own risk. Always do your own research, of course. And remember, I'm just a guy on YouTube, just looking to try and give out the best possible, information that I possibly can. But I am in no way a financial advisor, nor am I licensed to even tell you where to invest your money. So please do it at your own risk. All right. So one thing that I did want to cover in Titano, of course, is that they're looking for ways to add more to the project, of course. So one of the things that they had was Titano Play, and I say had because the last time I actually used it, I didn't see it again on the D app. So I may be mistaken, but I don't think that you can do it anymore. And I was correct because the last time I used it, it was gone. But it looks like they haven't taken it off their actual main portion. Um, Cool. So I mean, look at this, right? So they're saying like at the end of the year, if you just invested $1,000 into Titano, you'd be a millionaire. Uh, Take with that what you will, but okay. Tokenomics. Here's some tokenomics about the platform itself. Of course, they've got auto LP. This means that 5% of the trading fees return to the liquidity, ensuring that Titano is always increasing in collateral value. So what this means is that all of the trading fees that go into the Titano platform, they're returned to liquidity. So anytime the trading, like they take the fees from trading, of course, they return to liquidity to ensure that Titano is increasing in collateral. Just a little bit more about Titano. Of course, you know it's on the Binance Smart Chain. It's a BP20 token. And it also has elastic supply, which means that the supply is actually flexible and the rewards holders, of course, using the rebase formula. Risk-free value, 5% of the fees are also put into risk-free value. And what that means is that it's going to help sustain the actual backing for the rewards. And that's what continues to provide the positive rebase. And of course, they're telling you right here that 3% of the purchases and 8% of the sales go directly to the treasury, and then also which support the RVF. I mean RFV, excuse me. RVF is Chainlink, something completely unrelated. But here's some good news, right? They're audited by Certic. Also, you can find their tickers on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko officially, and of course, they were featured on these news publications. Take with that what you will, but this is the one that I'm really keen on. Of course, here's of course their links to their Discord, Medium, GitHub, of course, and everything is just right there. It's available. They've actually created a lot of spin-offs. A lot of people have been copying Titano. A lot of protocols have been copying Titano. They are the wave. They are the big first mover in this space. They created this space out for themselves. So let's take a look at this. Is inside the D app when you click on enter. They have a calculator on here, of course, that shows you potential number of space travels you could have. And then you just input all of the things. It works the same way as a lot of the rebase DAO calculators have worked in the past. They have a swap built in right here that takes you directly to Bogged Finance, which is, of course, is a DEX aggregator trying to get you the best possible price. And you can swap BNB for Titano, a lot of other things for Titano, auto tax, auto set your slippage. There's a lot of good things that you could do here on Bog Swap and Bogged Finance. I'll do a video on Bogged Finance as well. Here's the current price of Titano. We'll go back to the dashboard real quick, show you the back liquidity percentage, average Titano holding. The next rebase, of course, by the rebase timer. Here's the circulating supply, and then, of course, the market cap of 204 million. And then, of course, I want to come over here and talk about the docs as well. So, of course, how does the auto stake feature work? I encourage you to read all this stuff so that you can really, really be well versed on how a lot of this stuff works. So, pretty much to make it simple, right? Auto stake in a very, 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 very explain it to me like I'm 5 version means you just buy Titano, you hold it in your wallet, and you earn rebases every 30 minutes. It's more complex than that, but I don't want to be too complex for the explanation of it. I want to actually make it very simple. So, what is a rebase token? We've already talked about this because if you watch the Olympus video, that is a rebasing protocol, a rebasing DAO. It explains it there as well. Okay, so if we think back to earlier in the video, right, when I was talking about the supply being elastic, that's what really plays into this rebasing mechanism. And I'll let you guys read more about that as well. So risk-free value, it explains what risk-free value is here as well. What is the treasury? Of course, here's the treasury. And they also have the treasury wallet right there. What is APY? We all pretty much know what APY is, and it's just giving you a nice description of that. How is the APY backed? This one is a very, very good thing to definitely dive into. And it explains it. Titano token, of course, here's the actual smart contract, and also tells you about that it's a BEP20 token, which means it's on the Binance Smart Chain. They also have their Solidity Finance audit, and you can click on that right there. And here's the Smart Audit Contract Report, and they have all of the findings directly in the contract report. So here's all the results, of course. You can see the audit results. Please come to this actual, when you're going through the docs, please come here. And I mean, some of this stuff you might be like, I don't even know what I'm looking at, but make sure that you read as much as you can understand and try to get a better understanding of what's going on in terms of the contract itself. But past the Solidity Finance audit, which is very, very good. And also, you know, that they had a Certic audit as well, which is also very good. Breaks down also the buy and sell fees. And of course, they have the Solidity Finance audit, but I know that they have the let's go back to they also have the audit from Certic as well. And if we just click on it, right, it will show you the audit. So here was the total findings. And feel free to definitely go through this and then definitely dive deeper into this as well. But from the Certic audit, you can see that there were 0 critical issues, 3 major issues based on centralization, and probably a few other things. All of the things have been resolved, though. However, if you would like to know what other things that Certic flagged, then you feel free to come check this out as well. Link is at the top. I also have the link in the description for your convenience, and then you can definitely see the audit itself. Here's the requested date, and here's where they made the revisions. I like the fact that they've been audited. User interface is very simple, very clean, very easy to use. If we look at the historical price of, I'll go to CoinGecko right now. We just take a look at the chart for Titano. Actually has been doing well over time. So let's just look at the chart. Let's say for the last 3 months. So the chart absolutely doesn't look too bad. Of course, you see that there was a huge dip right here, and then you've seen that it's been back on a steady incline. Overall, the chart, looks very, very, very decent. Honestly, it's not as bad as some other charts that I've seen for protocols that have been kind of in this space, especially when it comes to DeFi. But the chart looks very, very decent. The platform, of course, is getting to that 6-month mark, which means that it would have been in DeFi time, that's almost like 3 years. But that's a very, very good sign that Titano has been doing everything that they possibly can to be sustainable. I'll talk about spinoffs and everything like that in another video. My bad, just playing around with these charts. But we'll talk about the spinoffs of Titano in another video, and I'll go into depth about some of them, such as Libro, Seifu, and we'll talk about those more in depth. But thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of Mad Useful Crypto. Please do me a favor and smash that like button. Also, comment and subscribe and hit that bell notification icon so you can be notified every single time that we drop videos. This one was completely unscripted. I just wanted to really just go over Titano from a high level, so I didn't get it too deep as I really, really wanted to or possibly could have. Bear with me for that. But at the same time, do your own research with this one. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them down in the comment box below, and I will actually give you very detailed answers on those comments, of course. But Titano is definitely one that deserves a look. So thank you guys for joining me, and keep it locked.